Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. Okay, I'm sorry to inform you that I can conduct our tutorial class as a physical class because I was I was instructed by my by the doctor, by the specialist, to have online classes during throughout the semester because of my condition. Yeah, but it's okay because previously for OOSET, yeah, no matter for diploma or for degree, yeah, we also have this course online basis, with online basis, but still we managed to do it. We managed to have this course. We managed to conduct these OOSET courses successfully. All right, via online method. Um, I'm not in a good health actually. I'm still on MC, but I'm still need to have classes with you because I don't want you to tertinggal lah kan, tertinggal di sudut topics that we need to cover throughout the semester. Okay, but later we need to discuss about our replacement class. I hope you can hear my voice here because I can speak loudly as usual. And I'm sorry if orang kata apa, di pertengahan kuliah mungkin saya akan ada break sekejap lah sebab saya akan ada rasa apa mual lah, bloated macam tu. Okay, nanti akan ada break sekejap lah. Okay, but today for your tutorial class, okay, for your tutorial class, I need to explain to you about your group project. I believe that most of you, no matter TO tutorial group 03, 01, 04, 02, I believe most of you haven't started your system request yet, or maybe some group has have started your system request, because I have given you example actually in your slides, right? I have uploaded the files, the PowerPoint slides on your VLE, and also the Word document. Yeah, the full instructions is in your Word document. You can download from your VLE. So for your group project that you will need to submit, supposedly this Friday, right? But I postpone the due date, the submission date next Tuesday, okay, because of my condition, right? I have not explained to you last time. I've cancelled the class because of my condition, so I want to postpone the submission date to the next Tuesday, to next Tuesday, because system request is not that complicated and not that difficult for you to prepare. It's just a matter of 1 or 2 pages only, and I've given you an example to prepare for your group. I hope you have your own group project already. Okay, it's okay if your group team members from TO3 or TO1, TO4 or TO2, doesn't matter, it's okay. You can find your team members from TO2 also, TO1 also, no problem, because if I key in the marks, I still need to key in for the whole groups. Okay, so let us start with the explanation. The course objective for the group project, we need to fulfill the CLO. CLO is course learning outcome. CLO 3, okay, to perform the project management task and be able to function effectively as an individual, a member or a leader in managing a system development project. Meaning that yes, you have to work in a group, in a group. So you as an individual or a team member, you need to play your own role. Okay, and in your group you need to appoint one of your team member as a leader. So your leader will delegate a task for each of the team member to do certain tasks for each for each group, of course. Okay, so meaning that you need to do the project management task. For your group project, there are 3 things that you need to do. Okay, the first one is you need to prepare the system request. The second one, you need to prepare the analysis and design process. The third one is to design the prototype of the system. But before that, you need to form a group of 7, which is actually too many. Before this, I asked the student to have a group of 3 students only, but because of you are too many, 210 students, so I want you to have 7 students in a group, not more than that. Okay, 7 students in a group. So with 7 students in a group, you need to prepare the first one that you need to submit, which is supposed to be this Friday, but I extend the submission date to the next week, week 5 on Tuesday, Friday to Tuesday, next Tuesday, week 5, in soft copy format, which I will create a folder on VLE and I will upload a front page cover. Okay, this week, okay, you need to use that front page cover, yeah. So you need to use that front page cover, and you need to list out all the 7s of your team members, okay, and upload your system request next Tuesday. Okay, next Tuesday, and not this Friday, but next Tuesday. And then next after that is to apply the analysis and design process, where you need to prepare user requirements and analysis document, which you need to submit on week 8 on Friday. Okay, it depends on week 8 or week 9, depends, yeah, because I think that you are going to have 1 week for election, yeah, for election purposes, right? I'm not sure about that, but just wait for the news, yeah. I'm not sure about that, yeah, but wait for the news. This one I will update with you, and wait after we have completed the chapters. Okay, we have after we have completed the chapters, then you will submit this document. Okay, then you also need to prepare the design of the prototype, the system prototype. You don't need to develop the system. What you need to do is to design the prototype. You need to design the storyboard, you need to design the interface, you need to design the report only. Okay, where all the design you need to document them, and we call it as a system design specification. This you will prepare after you have submitted this one. Okay, and you will submit this report on week 12 or week 13. Okay, depends on which week that I will instruct you to submit, week 12 or week 13, depends, yeah. Okay, but on Friday. Okay, this is the task and deliverables. Next, the project brief, yeah. Your team needs to identify a system that you would like to propose, okay, analyze the requirements and design throughout this semester. Your project should address a real world situation, not only an assumption or imagination, a real name of a system. Okay, so your project should address a real world situation. The system has to support multiple users, not only one user. For example, not only for an admin, not only for a student, but multiple users. For example, 3 users for that system. For example, if you propose a system, um, student information system, for example. So the users for that student information system, for example, students, lecturers, and administrative staff. So you have 3, yeah, you have 3 users. Okay, so that is an example of a system and multiple users. right? So the domain area of a system that you can propose, you can have in transportation, highway maintenance, food, health, library, tourism, schools, umrah, and so on. Okay, school information system, or tourist information system, food, for example, food panda, right? Food panda system, but don't put the food panda system. Now you can give your own name, okay, of the system. Health, okay, health system, health management system, veterinary system, okay, pet boarding system. It depends on what kind of system that you identify, that you have discussed with your team members. Okay, and the documentation for this project is divided, excuse me, into 3 parts. Okay. Okay. The first one is system request that you need to submit, that you need to upload next week on Tuesday. Okay. This system request is actually a project initiation. A project initiation. So it is a documentation that describe the business reasons for building a system. You must justify why you need to build the system that you propose. Okay, and the value that the system is expected to provide. The value of the system that you propose, not other system, your group system, your the system that your group has proposed, that your group want to propose. Okay, and most system requests include 5 elements only. That's why I include in the example 5 element only. Someone please help me to admit those who request to join our tutorial class, please. Okay, 5 elements here: project sponsor, business need, business requirements, business value, special issue. Okay, for our tutorial class, we only discuss about this matter. Yeah, lecture, we will discuss the replacement class after this. Yeah. Now, the element, the first one, project sponsor. Later, we will look at the example. Project sponsor is about what? It's about the person or a group of person. It's not only one person. It can be a group of person also. Okay. The person or a group of persons who initiate the project, okay, who have the idea to have the project, to create the object, okay, and who serves as the primary point of contact for the project on the business side. They got the idea to have the project. Okay, let's say they want, let's say we have a veterinary clinic. So the owner of the veterinary clinic, he has the idea to initiate the project of pet boarding system for that particular clinic. All right, so this is the person whom we call a project sponsor. Can you understand that? Plus, if you have any question, you can stop me. Okay. So the example is vice president of marketing, the owner of the pet boarding, the finance members, the CEO, IT manager, etc., etc. Okay. Another one is business need. Business need here is about business related reason for initiating the project or initiating the system that you propose, that the project sponsor propose. The related one, not the not things that not related one. The related, the need to have the system. So why they need to have the system? To improve access to the information of the organization, to improve the customer service. To what? To untuk apa? For what purpose? To what needs? Okay. Another elements ialah business requirements. The business capabilities that the system will provide, or the need to have the system. Okay, so don't confuse with the business need here. Although it mentioned here need to have it and need to have the system here, the business requirements, and here is the business need. So please look at this example. Look at the example here. The example of the business need here is to improve access to information. Okay. Whereas for your business requirements, the example here is to capture customer demographic information. The requirements. Okay, this one is the need. Why you need the system? This one is the requirements of the business too. What kind of information that you required for the system? Include product search activities. Okay, you need required for the system. Okay, I think you can differentiate between these two. Okay, this is kind of information that you need, that you required for the system, for the business. This is why you need the system. Okay, another one is business value. Okay, the description for this business value is the benefits that the system will create. The value here, the nilai, the value, the benefits that the system will create for the organization. For example, RM 100,000 cost savings from decreased supply cost saving. It can be measured by this value. Okay, it can be measured by this value, or 200,000 or 15,000 or 10,500 or whatsoever. Another example is 2% increase in market share, meaning that the business value can be measured by this 2% increase in market share. Okay? Can you all understand? Any question you want to ask? Are you okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay, yeah, so far clear, yeah? Okay, another one is special issues. Special issues here is issues that are relevant to the implementation of the system. The issues, the problem, the possible problems, or the possible constraints, the possible issues that are relevant to the implementation of the system need to be known by the approval committee or the steering committee. Okay, so the example of this one is system needed in time before the Hari Raya celebration 2024. Let's say the time frame for the system to be completed is 2 years, 24 months. So you must make sure that, let's say you have started the project in early 2022. So meaning that end of 2024, the system must be completed, right? But based on certain requests by the chief of the organization, he hopes that you can complete the system before the Hari Raya celebration. For example, this is only an example. So the issues here that you might fulfill or not, okay, system needed in time before the Hari Raya celebration in 2024. Or another example, top level security in finance module. Okay, you have proposed a level of security, but they need a top level security. Again, you have proposed a kind of level of security in finance module, but they request top level security. That is a special issue where you and your team members need to think about what kind of top level security need to be developed in the finance module. Understand, yeah? Any question? Before I proceed, any question you want to ask me? No, yeah? Okay. Don't worry, yeah. I will not take so much time for tutorial class, except if I continue our lecture. Okay. Okay, this is an example. Okay, just follow this format, yeah, for your system request for your group project, just follow this format. Don't worry so much. Yeah. So system request here. The title of this person system request is digital. The title of his project is digital music download project. A very simple project actually. And the project sponsor, okay, project sponsor here is Kali. The name of the person here is Kali Edwards, Assistant Vice President Marketing Department. So maybe you can put your system request, or maybe you can, you want it, let's say you want to change the layout. You want to make it more, let's say you want to be more creative. Okay, you want to be more creative. You want to make it, the table more nicer. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. But if you follow this one also can. But if you look at this one, let's say this one, system request dash here, and the title of the project, you can see, it's something like, tak berapa cantik lah sini kan. Maybe you can put system request, then the title is below of the system request. Okay. So system request, the title of the project is Digital Music Download Project. Okay, 1 minute ya. Saya rasa bloated sekejap. 1 minute. Digital Music Download Project. So the project sponsor here, you give the name of the person, you give the position in the organization and the department of this person in the organization. Okay, it's very clear, right? Okay, it's very clear. And you can see the rubrics. You can see the rubrics in the Word document that I have put on your VLE. Okay, the marks, the rubrics is the mark lah. You can see, let's say if you provide me this one, if you provide me this one completely, you can get how many marks. If you do not provide me this one, you will get how many marks? 0 ke berapa ke? Okay, every single thing I have include the marks there, so you can refer. Alright, and business need. See this one. This project has been initiated to increase sales by creating the capability of selling digital music downloads to blah 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 here. You don't need to 100% copy these sentences. You need to create your own sentences. If you copy this person's sentences, the mark will be deducted lah, of course. Kan? You need to use your own sentences lah. But the meaning tak boleh lari lah. Okay, from this business need. Okay, because the definition I've given to you here. Okay, also the example also I've given to you here. It's very simple actually compared to the second and third report. Okay, the system request is actually very simple compared to the second and the third report. Alright, so please be careful in writing your sentences. Okay, and don't simply copy. This project has been initiated. 100% copied. The introduction of the sentences. No, you can use your own word. I want to read the next after this one. Okay, but it is not necessarily for you to copy the first few words here. Not necessarily. Okay, use your own creativity. I want to say that. Okay, but please, if you don't understand what is business need, refer to this one and refer to the examples given to you here. Then you know how to write it. Okay. Now, this one, business requirements. Okay, business requirements, using the web or in-store kiosk ataupun using the mobile apps or using what kind of application. Okay, mention here. Customers will be able to search for and purchase digital music downloads. See, nampak tak? Customers will be able. If you propose a system about pet boarding, see, customer will be able to do what about their pet? Okay, ataupun you propose about a clinic system. Patients will be able to what? Kan? Patient will whatever lah kan? It's related with your own project. Okay. Then the specific functionality that the system should have includes the following. So what you need to include in your business requirement. For example, here it's about digital music download project. Search for music in listen to, purchase, individual, establish, purchase. So you also need to list down at least 5 here. You refer to the rubric. Yeah, I have list down how many business requirements for how many marks. Okay, if you list down only 3, for example, so you only get how many marks? If you give perfectly 5, for example, you will get simply full marks. Okay, you refer to that rubrics. Okay, any questions? Any question you want to ask? Are you clear? Are you okay? Don't shy to ask. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll try my best to give you examples, yeah, so that you can understand, you know how to write, kan? Ini sangat penting ya. Remember ya kelas, this course, this OO set, it is not only for you to study for the exam purposes, yeah, but you need to use your OO set knowledge for what? For FYP purposes also, and for your intern purposes too. Okay, not only for this course, not only for OSET je. Okay, not only for this exam sahaja, but also for FYP and also for intern purposes. So please focus. Please try your best to understand. And I will try to explain as simple as I could. Okay, untuk benda penting saja for this course, untuk those important core things in OO set, right? So take a look at this business value. Nampak tak the introduction of the sentences? Don't simply put the conservative estimates of tangible value, blah, 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 blah here. Just give me few sentences. Give you sentences about the business value. For example, here, we expect that tune source will increase. This is the organization, for example, will increase sales by enabling existing customers to purchase specific digital music track, blah, blah, blah. Nampak tak the way this person write the business value? We expect to gain a new, see? We expect to gain a new revenue. We expect some increase in cross-selling as customers. We also expect a new revenue. Okay, nampak ya? And conservative, nampak the list kan? Nampak tak kat sini? The business value here. See, what is business value? The benefits that can be measured by values. The benefits that can be measured by values. Nampak business value, the benefits that can be measured by values. For example, by RM, ringgit Malaysia, and by percentages. Okay, this one. This one is by dollar lah, right? By dollar or by RM or by percentages also can. Okay, so you list down how much in sales, or in additional in store, or maybe in percentages in sales, in revenues, not only in sales, yeah, not only in sales, in revenues, in cost savings, in loss, reduce the loss. You can list down here. Okay. And another one is special issues here. Remember this one, special issues. Issues that are relevant to the implementation of the system. Okay, needed. Maybe you can fulfill, maybe you can't fulfill. But that is the special issues that most probably given by certain people or someone in the team member of the project sponsors, or the person in the in your clients, team members. Okay, you need to jot down that special issues, although maybe you can't fulfill them. Okay, so for example here, the marketing, okay, the marketing department views this as a strategic system. The ability to offer digital music download is critical. See, is critical in order to remain competitive in our market niche. Our music archive of rare and hard to find music is an asset that is currently underutilized. Okay, critical. Issues there is critical. Okay, how are you going to solve that? Okay. Another example, many of our current loyal customers have been requesting this capability. What capability? Digital music download project. Okay. Many of our current loyal customers have been requesting this capability. What is requesting this capability? Digital music download project. And we need to provide this service. What service? This service. Okay. Or face the loss of this customer's business. If you don't do this project, makanya they will face the loss, or you will face the loss of customers' business. Okay. They lost, you also lost lah, because remember in the first chapter, your customers' problems are your opportunity. Okay, remember that. Okay, that is the example of system request. So for the first assignment, your group assignment, yeah, not your individual assignment, your group assignment, big group assignment, yeah, is system request. You need to upload on your VLE. I will create the folder on your VLE next Tuesday. I will always remind you. I will remind you next Monday. Okay, system request, digital music, digital music pula. System request, yeah, to be uploaded on your VLE. Okay. Another one, second report is user requirements analysis document. Okay, for this user requirements analysis document, okay, it is about the results of the requirements elicitation and the analysis activities are documented in the user requirements analysis report. So this document completely describe the system in terms of functional and non-functional requirements. Ni chapter 3. Okay, don't worry about that because I will replace our class that I have cancelled because of my health condition tu kan. I will replace the classes, okay? The chapter 3 class, and serve as a contractual basis between the client and the developer. So the report must be written in the language of the client's domain of business or expertise. So this one, okay, you can see that don't worry about this so much because when we learn this chapter, I always remind you about this thing. Okay, because in user requirement analysis document, we need to include all the diagrams that we will learn in chapter 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4, 5, 6. So we need to learn that diagram first. You need to prepare the diagrams. Then you need to include all the diagrams in this document. Don't worry so much about that. We need to learn those topics first. Okay. So the business requirement, just to explain to you about the terms we use here in the user requirements analysis document here. The purpose for the business requirements, yeah, it is actually include the details about what software needs to do to meet business objective. The client's business objectives. Let's say they do finance business, banking business. So we need to meet the banking business objective. Let's say they do the agricultural business. So we need to meet, the system need to meet the agricultural business objectives. How about the software requirements? So the software or the system that we built for them, the requirements are the functional. The functional is the features, things that they can use, that they can hands-on. Okay, the functional is the features or the part of the system that they can hands-on. Click here, click there, press here, press there. Okay, click. You press the mouse and whatsoever. You can hands on, yeah, on the system. And the non-functional requirement, the non-functional part is, for example, the security, the reliability, okay, things that support the functional requirements of the system. That one is software requirements. Okay, that is the difference between business requirements and software requirements. Okay, two. And then the example, for example, of these business requirements, we need to communicate with customers each time they download our content. That is business requirement. Or let's say in banking, we need to communicate with customers each time they pay their loan. They withdraw their money. They apply for housing loan, for example. Okay, so software requirement, the system will send a reminder ataupun will send a notification or send an email to the user, to the customer when they enter their contact information into a web form. Okay, ataupun the system will send a reminder to the customer when every 28th of the month, okay, 28th of the month to pay their bills, for example. Faham tak? Okay, are you okay? Okay. Okay, then who creates? Who creates in business requirements? Client or representative working with the client, or ataupun, for example, the front desk people. Let's say you go to the bank, there is a person who sit in front of the counter, kan, the front desk, right? So that person, the front desk person working with the customer, front desk. Okay. How about the software requirement? The business analyst or technical expert, okay, who work with the software requirement, ataupun the customers themselves who operate the CIMB clicks, for example, to pay their bills. Do you get what I mean? Okay, hopefully you understand. If you have question, please ask lah. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Nanti you tak faham. Okay. The next one, what is included in business requirements? Scope of the business problem. Or you need to know the business problem like what I have explained to you in chapter 1. Before you start to develop a system for your clients. Okay. Excuse me. Before you start to develop a system for your client, what you need to do is to meet them, of course, kan? To have a series of discussion with them. They will tell you their problems, their business problem in terms of the system, not their personal problem. Yeah, ni in terms of the system that they use in their organization. And then, of course, you need to understand the scope of the business, problems in a short and a long-term goals. You need to know also their organization's objectives, aims, vision, mission also. And the final result of the business goals. That is the business requirements that you need to know from your client side during your discussion with the clients. How about your software requirements? In your software requirements, okay, you need to know how the solution will achieve the business goal. Meaning that after you understand the scope, everything that I have told you just now in the business requirements, you need to have or you need to propose a solution or an alternative solutions to your customer or to your client's organization to overcome their problems here. Okay, you need to know, you need to propose a solution or alternative solutions to your clients here due to their problems, due to their business problems here, and how the solution will achieve the business goal. Here, you need to have a use case. Use case we will learn in chapter 5. Yeah, don't worry, we will learn in chapter 5. So this use case will be included in user requirement analysis document. This is about UML, Unified Modeling Language, the diagramming part. It's quite easy one, this one. Yeah? It's easy one lah. I consider it's an easy one. Don't worry so much about this one. Yeah. What you need to do is you need to understand the business problem here. It's about your project lah, your own project, your own group project, not other people's project, your own group project. Okay, although you have a few weeks ahead, please you can just collect all the information related with your group project starting from now actually. Okay, you can study already the business problem already. Okay, how it is derived from interactions with the client. See, I've told you, right? You need to have a series of discussion with your clients. Okay, you need to have a series of discussion with your clients, but in your case, you don't need to meet them lah, kan? You need to discuss with among your team members. Okay, in reality, you need to have interview sessions with your clients. Okay, maybe during your internship, right? You meet your clients. You need to develop a system. Let's say your boss asks you to develop a system, so you need to meet the client, you need to interview them, you need to have a series of discussion and so on. Okay, and in software requirements from business requirement, meaning that you need to understand everything from business requirements and you develop the system. Okay, any question you want to ask? Anything? Any question? Anything that you don't understand? You need me to repeat? Are you okay? It seems okay?
Madam,
Yeah.
so kita
Ya.
punya kumpulan tu boleh campur dengan kelas lain
Boleh saja.
Yang penting ada madam kan?
Ya, semua ada saya.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Any other question? Because I know that maybe some of you still did not get ataupun group you don't have enough members kan, team members. Tak apalah, you can mix with other groups also. Okay, but team members is 7 ya? 7 ya? 7 students in your team, in your group. Tak ada, kalau tak ada kita proceed ya, so that saya sebenarnya dah berpeluh-peluh ni sebab saya tak sihat. Okay, so the step here ya, ni penerangan saya ni kan, penerangan saya ni sebenarnya termasuk pada proses yang dalam lecture tu tau. Jadi you kena dengar betul-betul. Okay, step dalam user requirements analysis document tu kan, the first step is actually gather requirements. What you need to do is you need to gather, or in your case is you need to discuss among your team members. You gather requirements. So in gathering the requirements, is actually involves the collection of requirements by communicating with the client or stakeholders. Meaning that in real situations, you need to meet your users, you need to meet the stakeholders, the project sponsors, just to collect or just to gather the requirements. For example, you need to collect the data about, let's say about the banking information, for example. The customer information, for example, kan? Ataupun the old format of the data, the customer data format, okay? So you need to collect the data during the stage that may include a requirement for access to a product from a mobile device or a dashboard that provides a real-time metrics. It depends on the project. Okay, so for this project is about a mobile device or a dashboard that provides a real-time metrics. So if your project is related with a pet boarding, for example, just now, so you need to meet the owner of the pet boarding. Then you need to interview that owner, the pet boarding place or the clinic, the veterinary clinic kan, the veterinary, and you need to interview them what they need, what they require to be included in the system, pet boarding system. Okay, that is what I meant just now. And then the second part is you need to analyze the requirements. Okay, you need to analyze the requirements. So why you need to analyze the requirements is because you need to ensure that requirements that you have gathered are clear, complete of course, and consistent. Meaning that if today you meet your customer or your clients, you interview them with these sets of questions. Let's say tomorrow or the next day you meet them again, and let's say you ask the same question to your customer, they still provide you the same answer. You get what I mean? Okay, they did not change the answer. Okay, they still provide you the same answer, meaning that it is consistent from the starting point of the project to the end. Okay, so during this phase, the team, your team members, okay, will review all the requirements. Okay, sometimes you will work together with your users team members. Yeah, you will review all the requirements just to ensure each requirement statements are clear. Okay, and both teams need to verify whether there are no contradictions and those requirements are aligned with the goal of the project and also tally with the mission and vision of the users organization. Okay, remember, every single organization has their own mission and vision. Let's say our university, UniKL, we have our own mission and vision, right? Same goes to other universities. They have their own mission and visions. Okay. So although we have our own vision, although we can see that we have a quite similar system we use for all universities. Okay. But remember, we still have our own mission and vision. Okay. And another one is requirements modeling. This is the way a team will document the requirements. Okay, you need to document all the requirements you have gathered from the user. You can't just simply come and go. You can't simply meet your user, you have a chit-chatting with them without any activity of recording what you have gathered from your user. We are a human being. We tend to forget what we have taught yesterday, or even today. Okay, so you need to record them, or at least you go and meet, or you have an interview session with your user, with your team member. Record them. Bring a tape recorder at least. Record them. Or at least, for example, let's say you have an online interview. Record them like us. We record our session. Okay, so you can listen to the recordings many times. You can analyze what you have gathered, the sessions many times. So they will use, for example, they will use the different formats that will help visualize processes, detail use cases. This is chapter 5, or document specifications. And modeling, you modeling the requirements can use any of the 6 practical software requirements analysis technique. This you will learn during your degree level. I just mentioned here, we have many practical software requirements analysis techniques. Okay, we don't, meaning that what I meant just now is we don't simply analyze them. We have certain kind of technique. Remember in chapter 1, I did mention to you the tools, the technique, the methodology, right? So we have certain kind of techniques, analysis technique that we can use to analyze. Okay, don't simply use our own mind. Okay, our own single mind to analyze. Another one is review. Provides time to re-examine the process and resulting documents and identify areas for improvement. This is very important. It is not good. It is not good if you just gather requirements, you just analyze once, and then you model them and you submit. No, you need to gather, you need to analyze. You need to model, you need to recheck, and you need to review. That is the best way. Okay, you can't just do it once. because you do it for your own users, you know. Okay, they pay your organization. Okay, you can do it sekadar ada saja, tak boleh. So provides time to re-examine the process and resulting documents and identify areas for improvements. Okay. So this is the content of your report later lah. Ini week 8 or week 9 lah. I will update to you which week is that. So current system, proposed system. Okay, I will explain to you again and again later lah. When you want to submit, I will explain again. Overview, information requirements gathering, functional requirements, non-functional requirements, and system model. This is the diagrams that we will learn later. Okay, and this one is Gantt chart. Alright. And then the third report that you need to submit in week 12 or week 13 is system design specification document. So in this system design specification document, system design describe how a system performs the requirements outlined in the functional requirements. See, it is related with your second report, the user requirement analysis documents here, where you need to focus on this one, functional requirements, where the user will do their hands-on activity here. Only this one, yeah. So you need to what? You need to design. Okay. Depending on the system, this can include instructions on testing specific requirements, configuration setting, review of functions or code. But I did not request you to provide me the design of the functions or the code. I don't request you that. I just request you storyboard, report, or interface. Yeah, and here a system design specification is actually a written document that explains your product and specifies what you want it to perform, as well as how the user should interact. See, meaning that it's a graphical user interface, yeah, graphical user interface where user should interact with it. While it may seem laborious to write everything down. Okay? It's hands-on activity. It is the most crucial thing you can do in the early stages of product design and development. But in here, I don't need you to develop. I don't want you to develop. I want you to design. Only stop at design, not develop. But in reality, you will develop. In this course, you stop at design. Okay. So this is just to reduce your burden in this course. So I want you to stop at product design only. Okay. This is because the design spec direct the whole scope of your product development. Alright, so this is the content lah. It's much simpler compared to the second report. So what to be included in your system design specification document? It's about design consideration, the model, whether it is a waterfall, prototyping, right? Iterative and whatnot that we have learned in chapter 1, and then system architecture design. I have given you the example actually in this slide. Okay, and then system design, database design, storyboard, and graphical user interface. So take a look at this one, example methodology. Okay, this is example, planning, analysis, okay, design, implementation. This is in chapter 1, right? Red, also in chapter 1. Okay, see, you have this model, and then I have explained to you in chapter 1. And then system architecture. Okay, example here also you have, but remember it must be related with your group project. Okay, must be related with your group project. Jangan ambil project orang lain pula, kan? Pi copy, cari-cari, pi copy, rupanya orang lain punya. Kan? Jangan terperangkap pula kat situ. Okay, hati-hati, right? This is an example. This is also an example for a system architecture. This is for library if I'm not mistaken. But not all in library system, only certain part in library system. This is for what? This is for exercise, kan? Student doing exercise by using a Moodle and so on. Okay, so you can draw your own. Excuse me, you can draw your own system architecture. If you draw your own, I would feel very happy. I would feel very happy with that lah. Okay. This is an example of data dictionary. Don't worry, we will cover this in our chapter, class diagram chapter. Don't worry so much. We'll cover in class diagram chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, data item. Okay, this example lah. We have a table here. Let's say you have 5 tables in your database design. So you need to have 5 tables here. 5 tables. So you need to have 5 data dictionary here. Okay, this is only one example lah. We will learn in chapter 6. Don't worry so much. And this is example of storyboard. See, the design here. Okay, one example. This is another example. Okay. And another one is example graphical user interface. See, this is example of user interface. It depends on your system, yeah. No, don't use this example for your system. You can use any design for your graphical user interface, for your report also. Ni report design example. Okay. Any question you want to ask me? Okay, finish. Any question you want to ask me? Any question? Are you okay?
Madam, untuk
Yeah,
last
yeah.
next week tu kita kena hantar apa?
Say again.
Untuk yang last next week tu,
System request only.
sistem ni. Okay.
Yes, I will create a folder on your VLE. And then I will create a folder on your VLE. So all of you must upload there lah. Only project leader will upload, yeah? Okay, other questions? We only do short tutorial today, yeah? I'm still not feeling well actually. Just want to meet you and I don't want you to left out from the syllabus. Okay. Oh yeah, before we dismiss, kan? Any question you want to ask? Anyone? Are you okay? Are you clear?
Madam,
Yes, Erica.
kena ada cover page ke?
Yes, I will upload. Don't worry.
Alright, thank you, madam.
Welcome. I will upload on your VLE. Nanti check situ lah esok lusa ke. Prepare dulu the system request, ya. Other system? Other system. Other question? Other question you want to ask me? No? Senyap je. Okay, tomorrow night are you all free, guys? Pukul 8.
Madam, some other class until 7 for
Ya ke?
tomorrow.
Oh, ya ke? Okey lah. Ke saya kalau Sabtu pagi okey tak? Saya kacau tak? Or else saya untuk chapter 2 saya buat recording. Are you okay, guys? Chapter 2 saya buat recording, Chapter 3 kita ni replacement. Boleh tak?
Boleh.
Tapi jangan tak dengar lah. Saya buat chapter 2 saya buat recording. You all mesti dengar lah sebab nanti saya masukkan quiz. Okay, menunjukkan you all memang dengar chapter 2. Okay, and then chapter 3 kita buat dalam replacement class. Okay, so tu sajalah. If you don't have any question to ask, so we can stop here lah. Okay, saya pun dah.
Last,
Ya.
kita tak nak
Yes.
jumpa fizikal.
Sebab keadaan saya tak sihat. Saya tak stable untuk berdiri, duduk sebenarnya. Saya tak boleh duduk lama, saya tak boleh berdiri lama. Are you okay, guys?
Faham?
Saya minta maaf sangat. Saya pun dah hantar surat dah dekat Dean bagi tahu situasi saya. Dia pun faham. Mereka dah faham situasi saya. Saya harap anak-anak grade saya pun faham jugalah situasi saya. Ni even sekarang pun saya berpeluh-peluh ni. Dia punya simptom tu masih lagi keadaan yang tak stable sebenarnya. Tapi saya tak nak you all tertinggal. Selagi boleh saya jalani teaching and learning dengan you all, saya buat semampu mungkin. Tapi mungkin saya break sekejap lah buat macam tu. Sebab kadang-kadang saya bloated, dizzy macam tu lah, dizziness macam tu. Saya terpaksa layan jugalah benda tu kan. Okey, tapi insya-Allah jangan risau, semua okey. Dengan saya insya-Allah semua okey. Okey, tapi hantar mana-mana assignment yang saya minta tu semuanya hantar. Okey? Okey, ada apa-apa tak lagi? Anything you want to ask me? Ada apa-apa tentang project group? Chapter 2 I will for chapter 2 I will record. Please listen to that chapter 2 recording. Okay, chapter 3 insya-Allah kita buat replacement class lah. Kena buat juga replacement class. Wajib buat, saya dah janji. Kita buat replacement class. Tengok saya akan tanya dekat WhatsApp group. Mungkin dekat sini ada yang malu-malu nak respon ke apa kan. Saya tanya WhatsApp group nanti Kena buat juga replacement. Tolong saya Saya cari masa lah satu at least satu kali lah replacement class tu supaya tak tercicir. Okay? Alright, anything you want to ask? Last but not least, anything you want to ask before we dismiss? Nothing?
No, madam.
Okay, saya dah download attendance. Thank you for coming. And minta maaf sangat-sangat sebab tak dapat berjumpa fizikal. Tapi insya-Allah nanti bila saya dah stable sikit nanti, kalau saya ni nanti saya akan bagi tahu juga dekat you all. Bila saya dah kuat sikit nanti saya akan bagi tahu. Saya drive pun tak boleh lagi ni. Okay? Okey, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.